I'm Philip Beyer. Now, wouldn't it be great as a business owner if you could clone yourself 2 or 3 times? After all, wasn't it you who developed the idea for your business? The one who knows how it should work? Cloning you? Now that would ensure every area of your business operated as if you were doing and overseeing every job or task yourself. A virtual you times 3. Actually, we've been coaching and preaching this concept for years, and it still pays dividends for those who hear. Yep, we're always looking for interesting ways to share concepts for business organization through systemization. So when we see real fruit from our labor, it makes for an exciting day, not to mention a thought-provoking video. Now, I want to share an email we received from a client in the restoration industry. Fact is, he copied me when emailing his CEO of the national chain where he owned a franchise. Now, I'm going to call this CEO Bob, and our client, I'll call him Fred. Now, he begins his email. Hi, Bob. I was one of the many franchise owners who had problems transferring my ideas into the field. Basically, things were fine as long as I was personally overseeing a job. But as our company grew, I found day-to-day operations more than I could handle, and I began dropping balls. I was working up to 80 hours a week and completely exhausted. No matter how hard I tried, I still couldn't keep up with everything. I thought if I could just clone about 3 of me. You see, I've had trouble hiring someone with a real concern for service and quality control or for completing processes consistently. Until recently, that is. Early one morning, I prayed for God to help me because I was tired and I didn't know how to fix my business. Providentially, I believe, I met Philip Beyer that very same day while visiting his business in Nashville. Philip's wife, Susan, gave me his book, System Busters, How to Stop Them in Your Business. It changed my life. Implementing the systems suggested in Philip's book and then working directly with his application, I began to gain control of my business. It was like getting the steering wheel to a car that had none. Since then, things have changed in the kind of service we're able to give, all because of these systems. Well, that was the core of Fred's email. Now, after receiving it, I called Fred to thank him for copying me and how it encouraged me. To my surprise, Fred shared another uplifting story about cloning yourself through systemization. Fred said, "We received an emergency call on a condo that was flooded in Nashville. Not long after we arrived, we realized there were 2 condos affected, which were side by side. My company was doing the restoration on one, and our competitor was doing the other. Both companies worked feverishly to get these owners' water damage under control. Now, after the first 24 hours, my team went back to do the monitoring phase and found that the owners of the 2 condos were best friends. The condo owner where my competitor was working asked me, 'Who is the insurance company paying you?' Actually, both owners had State Farm insurance. The woman went on to say, 'I didn't get near the service that your company provided to my friend. Come over and see what I mean.' Fred said her condo was a complete mess and the condo his team was working on was in pristine condition, just as his standard operating procedures demanded. Both condo owners asked Fred, why was there such a difference in the service of the 2 companies? Fred says we were able to tell them that our franchise has systems, checklist prompts that produce consistent, great service on every job. Yes, because of systems, there was a big difference in service between the 2, and it made a lasting impression. No doubt the challenge for most small business owners is how to get a job or service correctly performed the way they, the owner, would do it. That is, if it were possible to do every job themselves. Fortunately, now we found the answer to how to actually do that. It's the same answer that companies like Starbucks, Nissan, and other great companies have found. Systems. Cloning yourself through systemization is the best way to quickly separate your company from all competitors. Make no mistake, these real-life stories shared by our client are more affirmation that great systems work. They really do.